going to draw my life. Is it interesting? Not really. Or unique? Not at all, but it is mine. My parents met at a Pigs in Heat game where my mom happened to be working security because she's pretty much awesome. They both already had a son. My dad had Jeff, and my mom had Eric. And they were only a few months apart. And then my parents got married, and they were really happy. And then my mom got pregnant with me, and they were even happier. My brothers were a different story though. Eric was really excited for me to be born, but Jeff wanted no part of it. They were both 11 at that time. But I was really cute, so people put up with me anyway. However, one time, I remember I was about 2 years old, and I was mad at my parents for ignoring me while doing housework, and I bit the dog. And I thought that once I explained I was angry, they'd realize it was okay that I did it. But I guess that wasn't the case. I didn't expect him to bite me back though, and he did. And I ended up having to get stitches, and I had a weird scar on my cheek for a while. And they strapped me down to the table, and I just remember screaming for a really long time.
What places we got to be, we'll sit beneath the mango tree now. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
When I was 3, my parents started arguing a lot about a lot of stupid stuff. And by the time I was 4, they realized it probably wasn't a really good idea to stay together, and they ended up getting a divorce. Then my dad met Michelle, and they got married. Oh, and he didn't have a mustache anymore. And I lived with my mom and my brother Eric. And it kind of just worked. Our families were really happy for a while. And then my brother had an accident and he died. And it was really sad. But me and my mom did get closer. Everything was really bad for a while, and I was kind of OCD and I washed my hands a lot, and I questioned the existence of God and kind of clung to my mom all the time. And then I got to high school, and it was a new place with new possibilities, and I realized that I needed to move on and try new stuff to try to not be sad anymore. And then I met this really weird kid named Tommy, and he made me happy, and we ended up dating for a while. And I joined the swim team. And I'd never really been good at sports at all, but I was really good at swimming. And it made me feel better about myself. And it gave me other things to focus on than just the bad. But then Tommy broke up with me, and I was really sad for a while again. My friends thought that I sucked because I was sad all the time, and they kind of decided to leave me alone for a while, and that made me more sad. And my grades kind of dropped a little bit, and I didn't really want to try much. But then I thought about it, and I realized that I had great friends and a great life, and there was no reason to be sad all the time. And I got most of my old friends back, and I even made new ones. I realized that mistakes happen, and me and Tommy got back together, and I was happy again. And then junior year arrived, and I had the NHS, and I was proud of that, and the dive team was a new possibility, and I was really looking forward to this class. I wasn't planning on joining the dive team. I was just planning on being a swimmer again, but when I went to sign up, I decided that diving seemed like more fun, and it turned out that I was even better at that. And I made a lot of friends on the team, and I even made varsity. This year went by really fast, but it was really confusing for me. I thought I had everything figured out up until this year, and then I realized that I'm not sure what college I want to go to, and I'm not really sure what I want to do with my life, or where I want to live, or what I want, or how many kids I want. And that kind of confused me a lot. And I'm not really sure of anything anymore other than the fact that family and friends are important, and if you don't have love, you aren't really happy. And people make mistakes, and you can't condemn them for them. And life is short, so you have to live it while you can, and not let the bad things control your whole life. Life is confusing, and it always will be, but I'm figuring out who I am and what I want a little bit more every single day.
I was somewhere in between with only two, just me and you. Not so many things we got to do.